sound. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Welcome to the show, Black Male Advice TV. I am your host, Ringo. We are back again with another live stream. We're doing this one pretty much early. I decided to pretty much do the show now, so right after this show, I could just head on out to work. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I'm gonna keep this one short, simple. I'm gonna try to make this quick. What we're gonna be pretty much talking about is the same subject from yesterday on the topic of sexless marriage and relationship culture and so forth. I'm not going to really focus on Derek Jackson in this one. What I want to focus on is the sexless marriage and culture in which is today, and sort of bring in solutions to the table, as well as to understand what really is going on, because a lot of times we hear about sexless marriage and it makes brothers feel like, I don't want to get married because if I do, I'm going to end up in a sexless relationship, and I don't want to put myself in that, because you don't want to be full of fear when it comes to dealing with a woman by thinking that if you just get with a woman, somehow you're going to be in this sort of bondage. In relationships, you're going to deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly. No one has a perfect relationship. There are no fantasy island relationships. You have the good, you have the bad, you have the ugly. Just like I said, things could be good in the beginning, then things could be bad. Things could be a little rocky, but it's pretty much what you make it. Now, first I want to give a shout out to Rollo. Rollo is pretty much one of the only brothers on YouTube that get it. I didn't see his show while I was doing my show yesterday, but I believe he said something in the chat. And I went and I was looking at his show while I was getting ready for work. And the brother was 100% on point with every single thing he said. And it pretty much goes in line with what I wanted to talk about in the video with Derek Jackson, but I never really got to my point. But the spirit of the Most High was definitely on Rollo in that video. I want to give you a shout out, Rollo, because everything you said in that video was 100% on point in terms of how to have solutions on dealing with these issues. So if you're viewing the show, you know what I'm saying, go to Rollo's channel. I'm not sure, I don't have the link with me, man, because I would put it in the chat. Let me see. I know I'm subscribed to the channel, but let me see if I can get it, because I don't think anybody would know. I don't think any mods is up right now to put the brother's link in the chat, but I want people to subscribe to Rollo's page and check out his video on the subject, because he's pretty much I would say he's the first, because I never got to speak on these issues in my previous streams, so I want to give credit where credit is due. Rollo's the only one that pretty much understand the issue here. Let me see. All right, the video, I'll just put a link to the video in the chat so that if you want, you can go over there, check out his video, and also subscribe to his channel and support the content that he's bringing forth. Let me see. Let me put the link in the chat to his video. All right, so y'all could go on and check that out. He offered real world solutions to a problem that a lot of men will deal with. Now, I don't know if I have enough time to cover the entire dynamic of this because it's a serious topic, and he covered mostly solution orientated. He covered the solution side, and he brung forth a lot of issues that actually will make you brothers reflect on yourselves rather than focusing so much on the woman. Even though women contribute to this dilemma, a lot of times us brothers don't realize that there's a lot of stuff we don't do. And I want to balance it all out between what men are not doing and what women are not doing so that we can pretty much come together and have some solutions to this problem. Because if you get into a relationship with a woman under monogamy, make sure you're paying attention. Under monogamy, you're going to have problems within your relationship at some point in time. You're going to have some sort of issues because things are going to change. You're going to get to know each other. People may gain weight. People may have children. There's a lot of things that happen within relationships, and it can change, and it can cause people to feel some type of way. There may be an instance where you might step outside your relationship, fool around with a lady, your old lady get mad. Now all of a sudden she put you in the doghouse. Now she's using her body as a weapon. She's using sex as a weapon to somehow punish you for what you're doing. And these are typical things that you're going to experience in relationships. And a lot of times most brothers, they don't really share these type of details, and they go through a lot of hell and hot waters. Now, in my topic where I was discussing sexless marriage, I am not talking about you just being with a woman and you're just there and you're never having sex with your woman. That's beyond sexless marriage. That's prison. That's like you're in prison. It's like you could see women coming in visiting, but you have no access to them. So under those circumstances, if you're a brother and you're in a relationship with a woman and you have zero access to sex and it's been like that for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, brother, you're not in a sexless marriage. You're in total bondage. Like, I don't even know why you're there. It's like, it makes no sense. At this point, you got to really start to look at yourself and realize like what's really going on. And that's why I appreciate what Rollo had to share in his video. I mean, his video was on point. And he talked about another video that I believe O'Shea had an interview with a so-called doctor. And this is why, just because somebody say they're a doctor, I pretty much don't have no respect for anybody just because you want to flaunt your title. Because if you're a doctor and you're not even getting no damn sex in your own marriage, that's a problem. And especially when you come out in the public and you make it clear that this has been going on for like 5 years or more, like that's like, it's not going to help the brothers to want to be married or be in a relationship. They're going to just want to be these bachelors who are just going to be out here pumping and dumping our women, which is not really the solution. Because to be quite frank, if you're just going to be out here pumping and dumping our women, it makes you no different than the so-called thought. It's like, what's the sense you want to judge these women for pretty much being sexually promiscuous when you're out here pumping and dumping our women and leaving them with babies? It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Or just leaving them scarred and getting their body count up. That's not what we want to do. So I want you brothers to understand that a sexless marriage is a marriage or a relationship by which you and your woman are going through some sort of difficulty, whether it be alleged cheating, or she's going through some sort of emotional issue, or she's just not interested in you in terms of wanting to have sex. Women are emotional and they'll shut down immediately. We, on the other hand, we're thinking more logical, so we're looking at the situation differently. But a lot of times in relationships, women will use sex as punishment, while at the same time asking you to pretty much be monogamous. And I think that's dangerous. And this is why I teach on polygyny and why I make it very clear that in a relationship, there has to be a giving and receiving. I want to talk about reciprocating and the law of reciprocating in a marriage and why you're in a situation that you're in. Now, to the so-called doctor that was in the interview that O'Shea had, I looked at the video and I believe he was blaming the gynocracy, or he was just, he was talking about a lot of different things, but he just focused on the problem. He didn't really focus on, actual solutions. like Rollo. Rollo just focused on the solution. It was like, you brothers got to get your act together. You brothers got to start, working out. You brothers got to, take your woman out, do this, do that. And that's real talk. A lot of times in relationships, we get to the point where we're with our partner. Everything was good at the beginning. Y'all hanging out, y'all doing X, Y, and Z, you're having a lot of sex. No kids are involved. But you tend to get accustomed to one another. So you're there every day, see one another, and it gets kind of routinely. It's like you routinely see the same thing. There's no adventure, there's no excitement. It's like your woman, she loves you, you love your woman, but the same thing keeps happening every single day. And it gets to the point where it's so repetitive, you think that this is normal. And you don't realize that as men, your woman want an adventure. Your woman want something that excites her, that gets her pretty much mentally aroused. And if you all know this as men, once you gain access to a woman's mind and you can arouse her senses, the body just follows suit. This is why it's very easy for a woman to get pretty much intimate with Pookie and Ray Ray. Pookie and Ray Ray is not necessarily the thug. Pookie and Ray Ray could be just any guy that, for whatever reason, while your woman was in a vulnerable state, he just came along and pretty much just started hollering at her and started speaking the right words at the right time. And it got your woman to be open to him. He didn't have to buy her flowers. He didn't have to take her on no vacations. He didn't have to wear the best clothing. All he had to do is just be himself, express how he feel, and it caused your woman to be attracted to him. See, a lot of times, and we talk about this in many videos, that as men, we've been in relationships with women where it's like they let themselves go. A lot of times brothers on social media, they talk about women let themselves go, they don't work out, they don't know how to look sexy around the house. That's true. But what we want to focus on is a balance. We don't want to focus on just holding a woman to the fire. We want to look at brothers who let themselves go. Brothers who stop doing what they used to do. Brothers that have a woman that's in a relationship with them and you don't do nothing with your woman. Most of us brothers are guilty of that. Again, shout out to Rollo. You did an excellent job on that video. And all the brothers need to go check out your video. Shout out to Guerrero. Cool Jen in the building. V-Dub, man, what's going on? A lot of brothers are guilty of this. We get involved with women and we don't know how to be adventurous. Rollo talked about going mountain climbing and doing this. And for some of you brothers, you might think that that's not really important. But what you have to understand is you got to look at the bigger picture of what he's exactly saying. You got to get out. You got to do things. It's not necessarily about just taking a vacation and going out of the state, but there got to be some sort of activity that you're doing with your woman that excites her, that makes her see something different rather than the same old thing. A lot of times we do the same thing. It's like you brothers will get with your woman, and for whatever reason, you go to work, you come home. You go to work, you come home. You go to work, you come home. And that's what she see every day. And we understand you got to go to work, but there got to come a time that you separate from your business or whatever you do as your profession and make your wife or your woman see another side of you that she used to see. See, we like to say women let themselves go, that women gain a lot of weight and women just don't know how to look sexy around the house and all of that stuff. But what about you brothers? Are you working out? Are you getting yourself in shape? You know, if you're focusing on working out and your woman see you working out and getting in shape and your physique is starting to look nice, that's going to attract your woman to you. It's going to make your woman get aroused. She's going to be like, wow, look at my man. He's looking real good in his clothes. It's going to make her get excited. Not only that, how about you and your woman work out together? How about working out with your woman together? How about making it a together moment? You know, it's not just about, you're in a sexless relationship. What you got to do is bring back the attraction. A lot of times us brothers, we do things with another woman that we don't do with our main woman. Now I'm going to really get onto something right here that a lot of brothers are going to be like, hold up, Ringo, man. Let's not go there, brother, because I know where you're going to go, but I got to go there. A lot of times what us brothers do, and a lot of brothers are guilty of this, you'll see women in the street. You'll holler and you will express yourself and be very assertive and manly and aggressive towards this other woman in whom you don't know. You'll be spitting mad game. You'll be very sexual in how you approach. You'll be talking nasty. But when you're with your woman, you don't seem to do that. When you're with your woman, you don't hold her and tell her those very same seductive things. You don't hold your woman's pretty much her body in a certain way and express what you like and feel the way you do when you're in the street or the way you do when you're with your coworkers. You do certain things that you don't do at home. That's a major problem. Because here's another tidbit of information. Sometimes your woman may go through your phone, see you texting some other lady, hear you talking all dirty and sweet talking this woman and being all sexual and intimate and detailed, and she's saying to herself, damn, he don't do that for me. He's giving this woman all this energy, giving her all his heart, and yet you don't do that for her. So what it does, it causes the woman to lock up. It causes the woman to feel like maybe she's not good enough, or maybe she's not attractive enough, or maybe, you don't really like her like that. So now she's getting insecure because you're not expressing yourself to her. You got to know how to talk dirty to your woman. You got to know how to express what you like about her. You got to express a lot of these details. Another thing that we do as brothers is we'll get with another woman, and even though another woman might be with us, or we might be intimate, or we might do certain things, at the same time, while you're doing all of those things, you really want to express all of that with the woman you're with. But the thing is, it's like you just don't know how. You brothers have to learn how to take that which you're not afraid to do with other women and do that with your main woman. Do you get what I'm saying? Because when I was looking at the video with the doctor that was talking about his situation with his wife, he went as far to say that to try to get attention from her, he would try to start an argument to sort of like make that turn into like sex or whatever, and it would not happen. And it's pretty bad when you're in a relationship that long and it's a sexless relationship with no intimacy, no nothing, no companionship, totally zero. That's a problem. When I talk about sexless relationship, I'm not talking about you being in bondage for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years with a woman and she's not giving you no sex at all. None at all. Like, why would you even be there that long? That makes no sense to be there that long under those conditions, suffering as a man. But to be honest with you, brothers, if you are in that situation that long, it's your fault. Yes, your woman may have been doing things to deprive you of conjugal rights and her marital duties. But at the end of the day, brothers, what are we doing to contribute to the loss of attraction of our woman not desiring us in sexual relationships? Because that makes no sense that you're a man married to a woman and she's not sexually attracted to you or desire to be intimate with you. And what Rollo was talking about in that video, because he was checking out the other brother in the video, and he said that the brother looked like he need to work out. And he was like, look, you got to get off your behind, hit the gym, start to work out, and do what you got to do. And I'm not really here to diss the brother, but at the end of the day, this is why I don't focus on titles, because, it had an interview and it has doctor on it. And, sometimes people put doctor on titles to make it seem like whatever this person say is gospel. Got to look at what we're not doing, what we haven't done in a long time. Sometimes you get so into your career as a man that you forget about your woman. Now, yes, we got to make money as men. Yes, we got to provide for our families. But at the end of the day, just because we're married, just because we're in a relationship, it doesn't mean we just let our woman sit there and rot. We got to know how to have movie night. Something as simple as movie night in the house. Movie night. Somebody might be like, movie night? Yeah, movie night. Something as simple as you get the 70-inch big screen, get a movie set up for the night. You and your woman, y'all get together, you know what I'm saying? It's all planned out. She dressed a little nice, loose, nice outfit, whatnot. Got some food, whatever, cooking, and the kids are tucked away, and it's just you and her, and y'all watch this movie together. It doesn't mean you're having sex. It may lead to that, but at the end of the day, let's just watch a movie together. Let's just be together and just be like a date. Because what it does for the woman, it makes the woman feel good inside to know that, you took the time out of your busy schedule to pretty much do something with me and whatnot. You understand? That's very important. Another thing that Rollo mentioned is that a lot of you brothers, you tend to worship your woman. Many brothers talked about this in videos. I too talked about this in videos. That you're supposed to understand that you're the prize, which means your goals, your ambition, the things that you're doing as a man is supposed to be first and foremost, which means you're supposed to be pursuing what you do as a man first. If you put the woman first and you begin to worship her, she's not going to respect you, because once she start to show disinterest, that's when your world's going to crumble, because you made her of the utmost importance to you. You know what I mean? Now, yes, your woman is important to you, but what I'm talking about is, and I have to keep using Rollo as a reference because I want to give him credit for his work. It was quality work. That video deserves more views because it's on the level of what is needed. And it's something that a lot of these brothers in these spaces, they don't do. They don't bring no solutions to the table. That's why I salute Rollo for what he did. Your woman is supposed to be number 3 and 4 around that category area. 3 and 4, that type of importance. 3 and 4, not number 1. Yes, she's important to you. Yes, she's your woman. But at the end of the day, she needs to know that not only are you the provider, not only are you out here doing what you need to do to be successful, but at the end of the day, you're not putting her on a pedestal. Instead, you're focusing on your mission, your purpose, and everything else. And if you're really focused on that, women naturally gravitate towards you. So, and when you factor that method and that law into your relationship or into your marriage, yes, you're supposed to be focused on your business, but not to the point where you're so consumed by your work that you take no time out to unwind. Some of you brothers, you get so serious with your job that your job becomes your life. And now it's like you abandon your children, you abandon your woman, and it's like your whole relationship crumble. Now, don't get me wrong. Women do things in relationships too that factor into a sexless relationship. But what I want to do is I want to make you brothers understand that at the same time that women do things that causes this so-called sexless relationship, us brothers, we also do things. We have to know how to be spontaneous. We have to know how to take the initiative. Brothers, let me tell you something. Women like men that just take charge on what they want. Hear what I'm saying. The doctor that had the issues of a sexless relationship for 5 years or more, a lot of things he was doing in his marriage that was wrong. He didn't take action. He got accustomed to just being the husband and her being the wife. And a lot of times as men, we feel that once we make a woman our wife and we've been with her for thus and so time, that we don't need to do nothing no more. Similar to a woman that get with a man, when she first met him, her hair was done. She was looking real good. She had on perfume. You know what I'm saying? Her nails was done. You know what I'm saying? Everything about her, personal hygiene, everything was on point. But over the years, what happened? The woman tend to let herself go. She's not doing her hair as much. She's not putting on no nice looking outfit. She's not talking freaky. She's not talking dirty. She's not that woman that you first met. So what it does, it causes you both to drift apart. Now the intimacy is not there no more. It's not the way it used to be, where y'all used to have a lot of wild sex. It's not that way no more. You got to be adventurous with your woman, brothers. You got to know how to express what you like. You got to know how to look your woman in the eye and tell her what about her body you love. A lot of times you got to know how to reestablish that with her so that she can understand. This is why I talk about the law of reciprocation, right? Of reciprocating. Let me give you a quick definition from dictionary. Reciprocate means to respond to a gesture or action by making a corresponding one. A lot of us, we lost that when it comes to relationships. We don't know how to reciprocate towards each other. Most of you brothers that are handymen, that are carpenters, you're familiar with a reciprocating saw or sawzall, right? If you notice, the way that tool works is it's a reciprocating saw. So what happens is the saw, the blade, it goes forward, goes back, forward, back. It cannot cut by just going forward. It got to come back. So whatever you do in a relationship, in a marriage, whatever the case is, you got to know how to give something back. You got to know how to, whenever she give you an action, you give her a corresponding action. If your woman fixed you breakfast in the morning, don't just look at it as, well, she's just doing her duty. I can just get the breakfast and go to work. No, you give her a hug and a kiss and you tell her, thank you. I really appreciate what you do for me. I really appreciate the fact that you got up and you fixed this breakfast for me. I appreciate that you got up and you fixed this lunch for me. Something as simple as just giving her a corresponding action. What that does, brothers, it feeds her emotions. Now, in previous videos, I talked about how men are not really here to cater to the emotions of a woman, that a sister wife is more able to deal with that. To balance that out, we do have a job when it comes to the emotions of a woman. It do play a role. What I'm more talking about when it comes to a sister wife is the deeper issues that women go through where they need that emotional support from women to help them get back on track. But as men, the needs of a woman in terms of her emotional needs is not something about like her feelings and all this other stuff. A lot of times women don't know how to articulate themselves on what they want and desire. Something as simple as fulfilling her emotional needs is you just reciprocating how you feel when she do something for you. Something as simple as she's coming into your office or in your man cave and she put a cup of tea on your desk. Well, when she come in and she do that, don't just let her walk away and just, that's it. Say thank you. Something as simple as say thank you. Because she did that out of the love of her heart, out of respect, because she know that's what you want. So when she do that, learn how to say thank you. See, we'll say thank you to a new woman. Think about this, brothers. If you're at work and a co-worker of yours who is a female that you're attracted to, if she went to the store and she bought everybody coffee, tea, chocolate, whatever the case is, and she brought you back something and she put it on your desk, what's the first thing you're going to say? Are you just going to ignore her and just like look at the cup and just go about your business? No, you're going to say, thank you, Susan. Appreciate that. Thanks. You're going to say thank you. So why is it that we will give that woman who is not our wife that level of respect, that level of concern? Why is it that we do that, but we're not willing to reciprocate that energy to our main woman? These are the problems that causes us to have issues within our relationships. So we have to learn, brothers, to reciprocate. When a woman do something for you sexually in the relationship, you got to do something. That's how it works. That's what keeps the sexual dynamic interesting. Sometimes your woman is not desiring to have sex with you because you don't know how to get it in the bedroom. It's not a knock to you as a man, but a lot of times as brothers, we want women to do X, Y, and Z, and yet we ain't doing our part. No, you got to please her just like she got to please you. Again, reciprocate. Whatever she do, you got to do something. Back and forth. That's how it goes, man. That is how it goes. You cannot be selfish. Selfishness doesn't allow relationships to grow. Think of it as a love bank. Think of it as a bank account. You got to make sure that your bank account have money in it. You got to make sure that there's something inside of your account. You just can't make no deposits. So when you're in a relationship, we got to know how to make deposits in the love bank to keep the energy high. We all need energy from each other. As men, we need love and compassion from women. Well, women need that same sort of energy from us. A lot of times as men, we don't know how to express ourselves because maybe we grew up with just a single mom. We ain't have no father in the house to teach us the ins and outs on what to do. So we tend to get up and go into relationships and we don't know how to reciprocate love and companionship towards a woman. All we want is what we can get. This is when you become selfish in your relationship. And this is why you need training to understand how to conduct yourself as a man in a relationship. Why is it that the thug and the goon and the player is able to get all the women, and all the women will submit to them, give them sex, be attracted to them, and always want to be within their company? Why? Because these men understand how to make women feel special, how to make women feel the adventure, the spontaneousness of the relationship. They know how to get the woman aroused by making her understand that, he have these desires. He expresses himself. He knows how to hold her hand. He knows how to hold her body. A lot of times, you brothers, you have a wife and a woman, and you don't know how to hold your woman. Bro, you got to grab your woman. You got to know how to embrace your woman. You got to know how to hold her and squeeze her ass. You got to know how to do these things as a man. You got to know how to hold her by the back of her neck and make her feel the dominance, the energy of you. You got to know how to kiss your woman. You got to know how to fuck. You got to know how to do all these different things as men. You can't be playing games and then wonder why your woman is losing attraction. She may love you, but she's like, look, I just don't feel like having sex no more. It's like the energy is not there. I just don't feel it. It's because you allowed your woman to dry up. And this is why it's so easy for another man to get in there and pretty much arouse your woman, because now she's at a vulnerable state. Now Satan is able to come in. Defraud ye not one another. That's a two-way street. It's not just a woman defrauding you. Now, yes, indeed, women do use sex in relationships to defraud their man, to punish their man. But at the same time, brothers, I need for you to understand that as men, we tend to defraud our women by omitting to do what we're supposed to do. There is such thing as the sin of omission. You omit to do something. So as men, we're guilty in relationships too. It's not just the woman. We cannot just blame this woman. We're not doing things too. In relationships, when it comes to sex, we don't know how to go all out. We just want to get in and get out. No, you got to make your woman have a good time. And it's not just about getting it in. You got to know how to have foreplay. You got to know how to sit down. I mean, something as just like, look, just sitting down with your woman and just talking and holding on to her and just enjoying each other's company. You know what I'm saying? And just having a nice conversation, holding her hands, rubbing her feet, you know what I'm saying? Giving her a massage and just talking and looking at her and telling her how much you appreciate her and you appreciate what she's been doing for you. Something as simple as that will recharge your woman. It will build your woman up. It will give her so much joy to know that you took the time to do that. And you didn't even focus on having sex. You were just there to give her that time. And because of that, it arouses her. Now she wants to have sex. Now she being turned on by you because you didn't focus on the sex. You were just trying to give her the companionship that she so desperately need. Because a lot of times we think as men that we just need this companionship and we need this love and affection, but women need it too. Women need it just as much as us. And sometimes your woman is crying out, hoping and praying that you just get it. Sometimes she's giving you hints like, bruh, when are you going to get it? You got to begin to take the initiative. You got to begin to do things with your woman. Go bike riding. Buy a bicycle. Go bike riding together. You know what I'm saying? Get the family together. Go to a park. Walk around. Just walk around with your woman. Take a trip to the mall. Go shopping. Go to the mall to buy something for your woman. Rather than ordering it online, which is very convenient, how about one day you just dress up, dress your woman up, make her look real nice, make her look real good, and then, y'all go out to the mall together so that she could feel that feeling of being out with you. You go to the register, you buying your stuff, and she's just feeling good knowing that, wow, we're out together. I know you're busy. I know you got to work. I know you're tired. You come home, but you got to make that time. You got to make that time. And to quote Rollo again, because I don't know if he's watching the video, if he's up, But Rollo said something along the lines of, yo, you know what I'm saying? Take your woman out of state, take her to another country somewhere, a vacation, and fuck her on the balcony. I mean, at the end of the day, do something that's wild and that gets her excited, man. And that's some real talk, man. Again, salute to Rollo for that video. You brothers need to check out his video. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people may not view it because of whatever reason, but that video was needed. That video was needed. And you know, I could have easily used snippets and put it in this video, but I want the brother to get the proper due, the proper credit by you brothers going over there and support his channel so it could get the views that it deserves. You know what I mean? Because it's real talk that a lot of brothers are missing. We get too busy. And for all these brothers who claim they high value, claim they making all this money, just because you making all this money doesn't mean you're going to be in a relationship where your woman going to be dropping her drawers for you every damn day. It's not going to be happening. It's not going to be happening at all because, see, as men, it's not just about how much money you got. It's not about how much money you got, man. You got to make your woman want you. You got to be spontaneous, adventurous, a mystery, even in your own relationship. Don't get so focused on your career and your money because you're going to end up losing your woman. Don't get so focused on your career and your money. Yes, your career, your goals is number one. The calling that the Most High have on you is number one. But don't ever get to the point where you're worshiping your woman, and always understand life is a balance. You have to balance everything out. You got to know how to do things with your woman every now and then. I am not telling you to spoil your woman. I'm not telling you to take vacations every month. What I am telling you to make you understand is that women are pretty much happy when you do those small little things. You don't have to be there every day doing everything, bringing flowers home and doing all of that stuff every single day. No. It's about being in a way where she don't know what you're going to do next. She don't know what you're going to do next. But what she do know is that you're going to do something. And every time you do something, it excites her. We got to get back to that as men. We got to be more the type of brothers that communicate with our women. And I taught on this in previous videos that are probably on my Patreon, where you got to know how to communicate with your woman. You got to communicate, brothers. Listen to me. We make some bad mistakes when it comes to relationships. We really do. One of the main things we are guilty of as men, and all of you brothers, you're guilty of this, and women that may be viewing the video, they know. You brothers know how to express yourself to other women, but you don't know how to express yourself to your own wife. That's deep, right? You brothers know how to tell another woman how much you want to fuck her. You know how to tell another woman how her body make you feel. You know how to express yourself on what you love about another woman's body. And you're very sexual and graphic. But when it comes to your woman, you don't talk dirty. When it comes to your woman, you don't express yourself like that. Do you brothers know that a lot of times your woman is not even really against polygyny? Do you know that most women will support you in polygyny if she knew she had the security of knowing that you're there? A lot of the times women are just not in support of polygyny because they're like, look, how can you have more than one wife when you don't even fulfill my needs, when you don't even emotionally arouse me, when you don't even know how to talk dirty to me? So what she's going to do is she's going to get jealous, she's going to close up, and she's not going to even want to be in support of you because it's like, how could you talk about having more than one wife when you don't even know how to take care of me? And you might be a brother that is doing a lot. You're providing, you're taking care of the house, you're paying the bills. Yeah, I get it, bro. Salute. You're doing everything that you're supposed to do in those regards. But when it comes to your woman, when it comes to arousing her, when it comes to making her pussy wet, when it comes to making her mind get aroused, when it comes to making her really want to be around you, when it comes to making her pretty much be in a point where it's like when you come home from work, she can't wait to see you. Are you making your woman feel like that? That when you come home from work, she's happy that you're home? As soon as you walk through the door, she's happy. As soon as it's time for you to come home, your woman is in the shower. She's in the shower because she know her husband is coming home. She can't wait to put on something sexy and nice because she know when you come home, you're going to greet her, you're going to hug her, you're going to kiss her, you're going to feel her up. She can't wait for that because you did it yesterday. And the way you did it, it made her feel good. And she can't wait for you to do it again because she know every time you do it, you always do it a different way. But see, a lot of you brothers, you're guilty. You come home from work, you don't even look at your wife. You come home from work and you don't even care. You come home from work, you just go straight to your room or straight to the shower, or you don't even come home. You go to the bar or you go out with your friends or you start playing video games. You know, some of you brothers, you're gamers. You get on your video games and your wife is looking at you like, and first thing you ask her is, did you cook? She's looking at you like, bruh, like I'm in here all day. I'm taking care of the kids. I'm doing this. You ain't showing her no affection, bro. So at the end of the day, brothers, we're guilty. We're guilty of not doing our part in our relationships, which causes a sexless relationship. Now, on the other token, women are doing things too. A lot of women are not pretty much keeping up themselves in relationships. Sometimes you sisters, what you do, the kids get, you get preoccupied with the kids, and all of a sudden now, you're not there for the brother. All of a sudden, he's not first in your life. Always remember, sisters, your man come first. You know what I mean? And I mean that. Your man should come first. It is what it is. You got to make sure that your man recognize that you love him and that you're supportive. This is why we have to understand the law of reciprocating. You do, she do. The Bible says, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. So if I'm expecting sex, if I'm expecting love, if I'm expecting companionship, I got to be willing to give that. If you're a woman and you're expecting that from your man, you got to be willing to give that. A lot of times we're waiting for each other to do it when we need to do it. So we got to understand this. Let's not wait for the other person to reciprocate. Let's do it first. So brothers, if you and your old lady is going through a little dispute and she's not talking to you, silent treatment, because in relationships, we always like to give people the silent treatment, which is dangerous. We don't want to do that. And we don't want to let the sun go down upon our wrath. We don't want to have that. We want to be able to make up if we have a disagreement. You understand? We got to know how to reciprocate love and companionship towards one another so that we can build. Never go to bed and you have unresolved hurts and pains. Because in relationships, you're going to argue, you're going to fuss, you're going to have fights. There's going to be a lot of concerns. It is what it is. But I need for everybody to understand that it's a two-way street. We got to know how to reciprocate towards one another and recognize that to have a successful marriage, to have a successful relationship, we got to stay consistent. Consistency is going to be responsible for the breakthrough. We have to be consistent with what we do in our relationships. You have to be consistent in how you sexually perform when you're with your woman as a man. And it's not just about how you perform as a man. A lot of times you brothers, you look at videos on YouTube and you think it's all about how you perform in bed. No, your woman got to know how to perform too. It's a two-way street. But what I'm saying is when you perform sexually with your woman, bro, you have to know how to go where no man has gone before. You got to know how to explore your woman's body from head to toe. You got to know how to be Captain Kirk in the bedroom. You got to know how to take it to the next level. You got to know how to foreplay, have role play. You got to know how to get outfits. You got to know how to do different things with your woman. You got to make and express yourself to the max because you'll do that with a new woman. Why is it, brothers, that if we get with a new woman on the low key, we know how to express all of our sexual desires, all of the dirty talk, all of the flirtation, all of that stuff, we know how to do it with a new woman. But when it comes to dealing in that same magnitude with our woman, our main woman, our wife, our main girlfriend, whatever the case is, why is it that when we get with her, we don't express that? Why is it that you could be at work flirting with your coworker, right? Telling her about how pretty she is, telling her about, oh, you got pretty toes and I like this about you, and you flirting with her and you want to massage your coworker feet. But when you go home to your woman, you don't express that same energy to your wife. That's what I'm talking about. You know how to express yourself to new women. And see, it's cool that you're doing that with the new woman, but you got to know how to do that with your woman. This is why I teach on polygyny, because polygyny allows a man to gain different experiences that will make him understand how to move with women. You know what I mean? Again, salute to Rollo for that video, because, you know, Rollo's a traveling brother. And, you know I had my run-ins with Rollo and other brothers due to the traveling stuff, but I realized that Rollo's a very smart man. He traveled the world. He understands different things. And a lot of times people don't give people credit. Due to his experience, he understands the solution. And that is something that I want to focus on, because I'm trying to see why brothers on social media, we love to talk about the problems with our women. We love to talk about the issues, but we don't talk about the solutions. Solutions. And part of those solutions is what we got to do as men. What we got to do. You know? It got to be like that, brothers. You know? You have to know how to love your woman. The Bible says that a man is supposed to love his wife as his own body. So to the doctor that was on O'Shea's show, if you loved your wife, you would be taking care of your body, bruh. And that's not a diss, because Rollo called it out. He kept it 1,000. But I saw you in that video, and the way you were slumped up in the chair, you expect your woman to be all over you, bro? No. You wonder why them women chasing Derek Jackson? You wonder why? Because the brother is physically fit. He takes care of himself. He's an athlete. And to be quite frank, a lot of brothers can learn from that. So sometimes you got to take the heat and understand where your shortcomings are to recognize the problems that your relationship is suffering from. A woman is not just going to want to jump all over you because you're her husband. She want to be attracted to you just as much as you want a woman that's fine, got a sexy ass body. Well, you don't think a woman want that too? You don't think a woman want a man that when she feeling on your chest, she could feel your body and feel your muscles and be happy about that? You don't think she want that? You don't think she want a man that's muscular? You don't have to be in tip-top shape like Derek Jackson or some other guy. But at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you're taking care of your health, bro. You need to make sure that you in the gym getting yourself together. Okay, you're a doctor, you're making bread, you got bank, you making more than $100,000 a year, that's cool, but you ain't getting no pussy. Your woman don't even want to fuck with you. That's a problem. That's a problem. So as men, we can't focus all on our career. It might be cool that you got the career going, but you don't got this woman's heart. You know? So-called Quavo thought that he had that woman under wraps because he was leading with his money. He wasn't focusing on getting the woman's heart. And then later on, he wanted to disrespect the woman by saying she's acting like a thought, as if though he didn't know what he had already. You know, you as a man got to make sure that you are balanced. It's not just about your money, man. It's not about that. You got to get your character on point. You got to know how to romance a woman. And you got to know how to treat your woman to something special every now and then. It doesn't mean you're doing it every single day. See, Quavo messed up because he spoiled that woman. He did something every single day. Showering her with gifts, showering her with money. When maybe what she wanted was some good dick. Maybe what she wanted was for the brother to hold her and caress her and just make her feel warm and protected. He's too busy buying her Birkin bags and buying her automobiles and taking her on shopping sprees. After a while, this woman is like, look, that's cool. That's fine. But I'm not really happy. Because technically speaking, most women won't be satisfied if all you're doing is buying them gifts. Now, buying a woman gifts is one way to express your love. That's cool. But you don't want to focus only on gifts. You want to do things that are going to excite your woman. Something that's adventurous. Again, express your love to your woman, brothers. Express how you feel. Learn how to communicate. Make it clear with you and your woman. You be like, look, from today and today forward, moving forward, I'm going to focus more on communicating. Let's focus more on communicating. Our thoughts, our feelings, let's communicate. What you like, communicate. Learn how to reciprocate when your mate does something for you. Learn how to hug your partner. Something as simple as a hug. Be like, come here, baby, let me give you a hug. And hug your woman and squeeze her ass. You know what I'm saying? And lift her up in the air too. You know what I mean? Lift her up. And tell her how you feel. You know, it's not that hard to do. We just got to get back to the basics. You sisters, you can't let yourself go. You got to start working out, get yourself together. Don't use sex as a weapon in a relationship, because we know women do that. Women do that all the time when they're upset. It's not going to make the relationship better by withholding sex. So to all you brothers out there that are in sexless relationships, sexless marriages for 5 years to 20 years, because I watched that interview, and I think he said some people he know been in sexless relationship for 10, 15 years. And I'm like, you've been in a relationship where you didn't get no sex from your woman for that long, so you were just masturbating the whole time? So what was she doing? Because surely if she's not having sex with you, she's having sex with somebody. Again, it's one thing to be in a relationship and your woman is going through whatever emotional issues and she refrained from having sex with you for a week or two. That's normal under every given circumstances in relationships when you're having a fuss. But if you're in a relationship where your woman is not having sex with you for a whole year, I'm talking about you ain't have sex with her at all. Bro, you're in a problem. That's not even a sexless relationship. That's just bondage, man. So we, as men, we got to look at what we're doing. We got to learn how to express ourselves. We got to learn how to be adventurous. We got to learn how to go out. Plan a vacation with you and your wife. Plan a vacation. Some of you brothers, you never left the country. Plan a vacation. Go out somewhere. Make her see the earth. Make her see the world. Make her see something different. Go sightseeing. Do something that's different. Do something that's spontaneous. Make her see something different. Because like Rollo was saying in his video, some of you brothers, matter of fact, most of you brothers, you're so predictable in the relationship. It's like your woman can see 10 years from now, it's going to be the same thing, because from when y'all were together, you were one way and then you slowly drift into this mindset of just being the same. And it's not that you're a bad guy. It's just that you don't know how to take the relationship to the next level. And there come sacrifices. Both the man and the woman got to make sacrifices, but y'all got to work together. You can't throw in the towel. We got to get back together. We got to bring forth that family love. So you got to know how to do things that's different. Don't be so preoccupied with just being the same. Every day you do the same thing. You go to work, you come home. You go to work, you come home. You do the same thing every day. Go to work, come home. You don't see your wife. You don't talk to your wife. You don't express yourself. You don't want to do nothing with the kids. You don't want to do nothing with the family. Bro, you can have all the titles you want. You can be the best doctors. You can be the high value man. You could be making a ton of money on YouTube. None of that stuff mean nothing if you ain't getting no love and acceptance from the woman that you're with. It makes no sense. Your pocket is full of money, but no woman respects you. And what's interesting about the video Rollo made is that guys like that particular doctor wouldn't be the kind of man you want to hang out with, because he'll run all the women away. Because the energy that he have is that of a male that don't feel he can do better. So if you have somebody like that on your team and we out trying to have fun and a couple of ladies come near, the way he gonna be moving is gonna push all those ladies away. And that's true. Now, I don't know that doctor brother personally. He probably is a good brother, but at the end of the day, that brother have low self-esteem. And low self-esteem cannot be cured with money. You can have all the money in the world, but to get your esteem back up and feel good about yourself as a man, one of the first things you should be doing is, first of all, hitting the gym. Hitting the gym and starting to work out and get your physique in order and start looking good as a man. That's going to build up your self-esteem. It's going to make you feel better as a man. It's going to build up your confidence. When you hear other people saying, bro, you been working out? I noticed that you looking kind of different, like you losing weight or something. It's going to make you feel better. And when your women start to see you looking better and other women are checking you out, now her attraction for you starting to go up, you know? So that's some real talk, man. I wanted to spit this game right here, let y'all hear this. I'm going to come back later because I got to get on out of here. I got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm already done ready. All I got to do is just get ready and walk out with my jacket. You know what I'm saying? I'm already ready. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody out there enjoyed the stream. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really focused on the chat, but shout out to everybody in the chat. I see Tracy in the building. Chef, what's going on, brother? V-Dub man in the building. Let me see who else we got. I think it was just y'all in there. You know, we have a lot of people on the outside. They trying not to join because they don't want to pay the fee to become a member. Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But I know everybody's going to pretty much see the video later on. Maybe nobody's up right now. They're going to see the video later on. I'm going to come back later on with the other video that I'm going to share about Derek Jackson. We're going to go through that video. It's going to be part 3 to this. So, again, the title of this is The Sexless Marriage / Relationship Culture. Blame yourself, not the woman. Blame yourself, brothers. If you're in a sexless relationship, sexless, blame yourself. You clearly are doing something wrong. I know women do things. And again, I talked about that. Under monogamy, women do want to control you, brothers. Don't get me wrong. They do want to control you. I'm not trying to discourage brothers from getting married. Don't think that by you not getting married that this can't happen to you with any woman. It can happen to you with any woman. Doesn't matter. Have nothing to do with the marriage. It has to do with you as a man. You know? It has to do with the woman's mindset. There's many different reasons a woman may not want to have sex. Even the doctor listed many of those reasons. I ain't gonna say that, you know, the brother is completely to blame, because again, women play a part, and we're not here to hear what his wife was doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his wife did, but he pretty much exposed a whole lot on what he been through. And what I'm here to say is that if the doctor been through this, how many more other brothers out there that are doctors that are going through this? How many other brothers out there making 6 figures, highly educated, are going through relationships where they're with women and their woman is not having no sex with them? Bro, if your woman is not having no sex with you and you've been with her for thus and so years, she's having sex with another man. She's having sex with another man. I could understand you're in a relationship that's sexless, where your woman probably have sex once a week or once a month. That to me would be a sexless relationship, where you having sex once a month or once every 2 weeks. That's a sexless relationship. You and your woman should be fucking all the time. Like real talk. Like you and your woman should be having sex all the time. It shouldn't be a week that went by and y'all ain't have sex. That's not cool. If a week went by and you didn't have sex with your wife, that's a problem. That's a problem, bro. Shout out to Chef for the super chat. He said, "Me too, bro." It's facts, man. Like, brothers, man, we got to get on point. We got to get on point. We have to get on point with this truth and put this information out there, man. V-Dub said, "Yeah, Ringo, I'm working right now. Working men have to make time to keep the spice in your relationship going." That's a fact, man. Brothers, we have to get on point. I'm gonna have more videos about this. Like I said, I gotta get on out of here. It's literally 4:10. I gotta get on out of here. Like literally, I gotta run out. I gotta go to work right now. I'm like, damn, bro, you go to work that early in the morning? Yeah, I gotta go, man. I gotta get this money. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. So I'm gonna be back on later. You brothers out there, take care. I'm not here to condemn and bash the doctor guy. I believe that he's a smart guy based on the video. He's smart, but there's a lot of things that he got wrong. He's an educated man, but he got a lot of stuff wrong in his marriage, man. He wasn't doing a lot of things. And again, salute to Rollo, man, for calling it out. He called it out. It was no holds barred. He just let what needed to be said. Us as men, we need to stop the BS. Stop focusing on blaming these women, even though these women do their dirt, to use sex to punish us. But we as men, if we're in a relationship where we're just not getting no sex at all, bro, there's something we doing that's wrong. Because another brother can come along your woman, spit some game, and before you know it, her panties is off. And then she's feeling guilty and bad that she had sex with that man. But the only reason why she had sex with that man is because that brother aroused her so much that it sent her to another world. And by the time she done did her dirt and did wrong, she's feel guilty because she knows she's still married to you. And I'm not here to say that what she did was justified or what she did was good because you weren't doing your part, because it takes two to tango. But we got to get back to the basics. We can't get so focused on our career that we neglect our women, brothers. We got to get back to loving our women's and doing what we're supposed to do. So that's it. I'm going to sign out. I got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. It's Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth. 100% raw and uncut. I'll catch y'all in another video stream later on when I get out from work, and we're going to talk again. So I just wanted to bring y'all this early morning show right before I head on out to work so that y'all got something to listen to. Shout out to Rollo. Shout out to all the brothers in the chat, the sisters in the chat, everybody in the overflow who support the channel. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get on out of here. Let me check this phone real quick. You know what I'm saying? Gotta check my phone. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna head on out, man. Y'all take care. We are out. Peace, everybody. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on Patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.